Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at books that I would recommend that you read in the springtime. Let's get into it. Now, I love a witchy book, but witches are usually associated with the autumn time, Halloween, spooky season. But Wayward by Amelia Hart, I think, is perfect for the springtime. This is a spring witchy novel. I think like March would be the best time of year to read this book, and you're going to have a big historical story as well. And I personally like to read historical fiction in the springtime. A historical fiction. That's The Lady of the Rivers by Philippa Gregory. I loved getting to read this outside with the bees. The flowers were starting to bloom, so it smells good outside. Everything is so green. This has fairy tale vibes. And when books have fairy tale vibes, it's kind of a springtime, but sometimes it can be winter. But spring for this one specifically, the fairy tale vibes are so strong, even though this is not like, fantastical or anything. There might be very slight witchy vibes, but this is perfect to read during the spring. Queen Charlotte by Julia Quinn and Shonda Rhimes. This is the prequel to Bridgerton and the only book that I've read in the Bridgerton universe. But when I think spring, I think of Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, and that song, I guess, came out around this Regency era time. And spring, think of all the new things blossoming, like romance, love. So I do think a historical Regency romance is the perfect place to go in the spring. Lastly, we have like a romantasy. This is fantasy that's in our own world, but The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sengu Mandana. Now, this is very wholesome. It's taken place in the English countryside, and I see so many people who save this book to read for fall, which I did as well. I think I actually read it in winter time, but I think this one is so perfect for the spring, for the wholesome vibes and that English countryside setting I always associate with the springtime. And those are the books that I recommend you guys pick up this spring if you want those spring new beginnings vibes.